Hey loves, and welcome to Heart Love Messages. My name is Crystal. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you are already subscribed here, welcome back. So, quick message before we get into tonight's reading. Personal reading slots for April are currently open. So if that is something that you feel called to receive, you can find all of that information posted in the description box below, okay? So tonight I have a no contact message from your person, so I will be using this deck here just to see how they are currently feeling, how they are currently viewing you and or your connection, as well as any other important messages that they may have for you at this time, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get a very clear and concise message directly from their heart space. Okay, wow. So the first message we have here is the silence is deafening. Wow. Okay, so when this card comes out, it usually points to a connection that's going through a very uncomfortable separation stage. You both have a lot of questions that have gone unanswered, and it's almost as if you were expecting something from one another. Maybe some type of confirmation, some type of information, but you were met with silence instead. And your silence, Divine Feminine, is coming across as something totally different from theirs. So although it seems to be very, very quiet, or as if there's nothing going on, the silence is very, very loud at this time. And there's actually very key information that's being exchanged between you and your person. So Divine Feminine, you may be wondering how your person is truly feeling behind all of this. Well, this is the energy of a masculine who's in a great deal of emotional discomfort. Where you are right now on your journey, it feels unbearable for them, okay? And I'm getting very clearly that you can feel this as well. So maybe you're picking up on this energetically, but whatever they are feeling, it's almost as if you can feel it ×2 in your emotional body. Because you're going through this no contact period, it's kind of put you in this weird place. A part of you understands their silence and where it's coming from. And you also know that whenever this happens in your connection, they actually have so much that they want to express to you. So the fact that they haven't reached out or even opened up to you in this way is telling you much more than they're willing to share with you. What's interesting here is that you're not the only one feeling this. This is a connection that has a very specific flow or pattern to it. But recently things have been out of sync, okay? And this energy definitely has the both of you kind of sitting on the edge of your seats here. Your desire for communication from one another is so intense that you both can actually feel it. I'm also getting something about silence just in general, how it plays out in your connection or just within the twin flame dynamic overall. These are actually the moments where the most information is revealed. So there's something significant happening at this time where you and your person may be trying to figure something out about one another or maybe even your connection, okay? Especially this masculine energy. So they are hyper focused on you, your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions at this time. But for whatever reason, they feel the need to pause before they take action, before they speak as well. So even though this is kind of causing them emotional pain, it feels important to them, okay? This, whatever stage you're in your connection right now. And whatever they're picking up from your energy is kind of intuitively guiding them at this time. And you may be feeling this way as well, Divine Feminine. You both are absolutely trying to read into this silence as a means to figure out what the other is trying to say at this time, okay? But there's a lot of emotional discomfort that's coming up as well. Let's get the next message here. Oh, wow. So the next message we have is, I'm attached to you. Okay. Now, this may sound a little extreme because this energy that's coming through right now is definitely something that a lot of people will be afraid to admit just because of how it sounds. But it's a very natural aspect of the twin flame journey. So if this is something that you have experienced, divine feminine, I'm getting that you most likely have kept this to yourself, okay? And I'm pretty sure your person has not expressed this to you either, okay? But what's happening to them at this time is very interesting. There's a masculine energy who feels bonded to you. And they're trying to process the fact that they can feel you. And I mean this in every sense of the word. They literally feel your energy on them and around them, divine feminine. And this is deeper than them feeling this energetic bond that you have. They're going through something where they can feel your presence in a very real way. And I'm getting that this is a totally new experience for them. But they're becoming hypersensitive to your energy. And they're wondering if you know that you are attached to them in this way. I'm getting that this may have even been a little subtle at first, but now it's very evident that this is your energy that's surrounding them. So your person has literally been walking around, living their lives, while also feeling your presence. This is also speaking to how comfortable they're becoming with your energy as well. And this is an element of your connection that really doesn't make sense to them because it kind of goes against what it is that they're used to. This is someone who's used to, you know, kind of disconnecting, or when they're away from someone, maybe they have this out of sight, out of mind kind of disposition, but not with you, okay? And wherever you are in your journey right now, it's coming through very, very intense. They want you to know that this is a connection they feel on every level, because it's literally coming through as if they can feel your energy every single second of the day. Very, very intense. It also feels like it's something kind of supernatural to them. So this is someone who literally went from thinking of you or missing you to your energy kind of being manifested with them feeling your presence every single day, okay? So this is starting to rub off on them, and it's affecting the world around them in a very real way, okay? They're also wondering if this is just happening to them or if this has ever happened to you as well. And if so, they wonder what it means, okay? It definitely feels like this is something taking place for a much deeper reason. It's almost like your higher selves are merging or creating something in the 5D that's about to be manifested in the 3D realm, okay? Let's get the next message here. So the next message we have here is rewriting our love story. Okay, so if you're resonating with this message so far, your person is ready to be very, very blunt with you about how they truly view this connection. They feel like there's some things that need to be changed about your love story because they were not an accurate depiction of what they really experienced with you. It's almost as if they may have even discovered something about you during this separation that changes everything. And so they feel that your story needs to be rewritten. I feel like this is the only way that they can describe what they've been going through ever since they met you. And even more recently, while having to navigate through this period of separation. And so your energy is close to them at this time for a very specific reason. This reading is highlighting something that happens within the twin flame dynamic that most people don't speak about. So although it's typically seen as something very spiritual and very high vibrational, there's another side to this journey that can be very painful. And it usually happens after the merging of souls takes place, and then there's the separation. And this can vary, but I'm picking up on a separation that's been long, or it just kind of feels drawn out. And your person's higher self is coming through, wanting you to know what it's like for them at this time. Them feeling you as this attachment to them is just them feeling the feminine aspect of their being. But you are the physical manifestation of that. So they equate this feeling this feeling to you, Divine Feminine. So whether you know it or not, there's been a lot of healing taking place where they're feeling more comfortable with your energy being this close to them. And this only happens when your person is open and ready to step into divine balance in the physical. As you know, everything must happen internally before it manifests externally. So, Divine Feminine, this is really highlighting where you are on your spiritual journey. And also the inner dialogue you have with yourself is in such a beautiful place that your masculine is literally rewriting your entire love story and kind of understanding the higher purpose for the stages of this connection that you both had to endure. So if you're wondering what's happening, okay, your connection is being recoded, Divine Feminine, where some of the most painful and uncomfortable parts are being seen for what they truly are. Your person is beginning to understand how your energy flows with theirs in real time. And so it's important for you to know that how you feel subconsciously is what your masculine will begin to act out. So whatever you're doing while navigating this time of separation is actually changing your connection and your person from the inside out, literally. So there may have been a lot of miscommunication, maybe even a lot of misdirected anger and frustration coming from your person in the past because they were rejecting this very natural process. I'm also getting that this could have affected you, Divine Feminine, simply because of your ability to read into them and how they respond to you. But this energy is currently being recoded, okay? And you both are energetically working very close together at this time, even while you may be at a distance. Let's get the next message here. Okay, so the next message is a blessing and a curse. Wow. Okay, the energy coming through in this reading is very, very intense. Very, very powerful as well. This may also be a very, very specific message, okay? But this is all about perspective, okay? I feel like this reading is definitely giving a higher perspective of this silence, this separation period, or this distance that's happening within this connection. And this card may be a little triggering for some, but honestly, you'll be surprised how many people view the twin flame dynamic in this way. They feel like this is a connection where you simultaneously get the best and worst out of people, or they may feel like it is the best and worst thing that ever happened to them. This is a connection where very specific people are selected to awaken and embark on this journey. But depending on how you view it, especially the parts that are difficult, like the separation, the heightened code, and even the spiritual awakening process, it all can be very daunting for some, especially when you don't fully understand what's happening and why. For some of you, you may not even understand why you were chosen to embark on this journey, or why your person has the ability to pull the best or worst out of you. But I feel like this year is all about understanding what the true essence of this dynamic is all about, and how beautiful it can be once you expand your consciousness and really begin to view your person for who they truly are. And that is the physical manifestation of your inner world. This is important because it forces you to treat your person as you would treat yourself, okay? It also forces you to see their heart instead of their actions. So if this message is resonating for you, you have reached this point in your connection or within your consciousness where you no longer see your connection as something outside or external to you. You understand that your person is you. So this is confirmation that if you or your person were viewing your connection in this way in the past, this is changing, okay? You're learning that there are no bad parts of this journey. What you see in one another is also inside of yourselves. And the timing of when these things get exposed is all divine. So if you are going through a painful separation at this time. I feel like this is a call to look at the bigger picture and to kind of tap into what your higher power is trying to show you through your person. Because the more you do this, the more you heal and kind of knock down the barriers that stand in between you. Okay? And this is why your person is going through this process while they are in separation, of rewriting your story, of really understanding. But what's being highlighted here, Divine Feminine, is that this is pointing to your energy. So whatever it is that you're doing on your spiritual journey, you could simply just be viewing this whole thing in a totally different light. This is shifting and redirecting the energy, okay? Where your story is being rewritten in a very, very powerful way. From your person feeling like this is a very painful experience, this is something that's very triggering to them, to really understanding how powerful it is and how much of a blessing that it really is, okay? Let's get the next message here. Yeah. The next message we have is, I'm studying you. Yeah, your masculine is feeling very intimate at this time as it pertains to you, Divine Feminine. They feel like there's so much more to learn about you. And while they have this time to energetically bond with you, they're getting to know so much about you. Maybe even the things that you weren't able to express to them. So this reading is definitely picking up on how the silence in this connection is never really silent. And also how the both of you kind of go into this mode for different reasons. When it comes to the masculine energy, they tend to pull back due to their fear of the intensity of your connection. You have to understand that once your masculine crosses paths with you, their higher selves are instantly illuminated. And if they're not ready to fully merge and integrate this energy, then your connection can become very, very triggering for them. While on the other hand, Divine Feminine, your silence is way more powerful than you think. And it oftentimes lets your person know that there's something happening inside of you that's about to manifest physically in their lives. And they have learned to view this time, this separation, almost every single period of your connection as sacred, okay? They may also be sending you a lot of telepathic communication at this time. I'm getting you maybe seeing them in your dream state, or depending on how strong your energetic bond is, you may be having the very same experience that they are having right now, where your higher selves are merging and your energies are integrating. Okay, I'm also getting something about your person seeing a lot of signs and syncs that are kind of guiding them at this time while they are at a distance from you. What's also being highlighted here is that this is not an easy process for them because it makes them miss you and want to be close to you like never before. But they also understand what's happening on a subconscious level. This connection I'm tapping into is actively being upgraded, okay? So you definitely may be feeling a lot of ascension symptoms, okay? Especially the feminine energy, very, very intense, deep within your emotional body here, okay? And it's only because you and your person are looking at this entire thing with a new set of eyes. So your person may think that they're studying you, but since you are their feminine counterpart, they're actually going through an integration process where they're studying the feminine aspect of themselves, okay? So your masculine is becoming whole, or they're becoming the real versions of themselves that you met or that you encountered from the very beginning. So this is a full circle moment here, okay? This is beautiful energy, very powerful, very intense energy as well. This connection is extremely spiritual that I'm tapping into, okay? Let's get the last message here. Oh, the last message we have is trying to impress you. Yeah, there's definitely something happening internally that's about to show itself in your physical world, Divine Feminine. because your connection is undergoing such a sacred process where your higher selves have taken the front seat of this connection. There may be this deep desire that you both are feeling to just become your best self. And this is stemming from you digging deep and taking the steps to heal all the parts of yourself that may have been lingering within your emotional body in the past. This is why you both may understand on a soul level that although you are at a distance, there is so much being communicated. And if you're resonating with this message, you and your person have changed so much. And both of your higher selves are kind of orchestrating this reintroduction between the two of you. And it's starting energetically, with your masculine really taking the time to get close to the feminine aspects of themselves, and you becoming more in touch with your masculine energy. So maybe you've been feeling like you're just naturally taking action in a much more, easy way with things that have been keeping you stagnant in the past. Or this can even be as simple as you just seeing yourself clearly and showing up very, very unapologetically in your life, okay? This energy is circulating from you to your person, and it's rising day by day. So although you are at a distance, or there may be no contact at this time, there's a much deeper reason for this, okay? And some of you, I'm getting, will be reconnecting with your person for good. I'm getting clearly that the changes that are coming in are permanent. And also, if you've been paying attention to the energetic shifts that have been taking place recently, everything has been literally unfolding slowly but surely and preparing you both for what's about to take place right now, okay? So this is a very, very powerful, powerful connection where you may be going through a pretty daunting separation period, but it's almost as if your higher selves are trying to get both of you to look at this with your hearts, okay? To take out the ego, to take out all of the preconceived notions that you may have about this journey, about what it is that your person may be experiencing behind the scenes, and to really tap into your heart space. A lot of you receive telepathic communication as well from your person, and you may second guess it. You're being guided to trust what it is that you're hearing at this time, okay? Because there are very important, clear, and concise messages coming through that are definitely guiding you to where you're going, okay? But whatever's happening, if you're resonating with this message, these changes, these shifts are permanent, okay? Your story is being rewritten. Your love story is being recoded, okay? To align with your highest and best timeline. This is very intense, but very, very beautiful energy here. Okay, loves, I'm going to go ahead and end the reading here. If you resonated with this message, be sure to hit the like button on the way out. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.